What's up, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube? Boogie298 coming at you live once again through the power of that there internet. You are listening to the Big Stack Podcast. I'm YouTuber Boogie298. As always, are being joined by my good friends Ellis and Jacob. You can find at twitch.tv/big_breakfast. How are you guys doing this week?
What's up? We're great.
Haven't seen you
I'm
guys.
doing wonderful.
Haven't seen you guys for.
Oh, okay, my bad.
Now, there was no podcast last week, and it's because I was out of town in Los Angeles. Instead, we had some alternative content on the channel. We decided these boys would create a movie review, which went pretty long. That was a pretty extensive movie review. I listened to about half of it, and I was like, this is long. It's longer than your average Zelda review, I guess. That's an in-joke. We'll talk about that in a little bit. But yeah, so guys, let us know what you thought about that video. What you thought about, number one, what do you think about these guys creating content that I'm not involved in? Because I know some of you guys love me, and I know some of you guys hate me, and I know some of you love to hate me and hate to love me. So sometimes these guys are going to be making content on their own, and I think they stand very well on their own 4 feet. They have 4 feet.
I do all 4 of those things.
And then
Jacob has 3 of the feet.
Then, secondly, sorry that we didn't get a podcast out to you, especially to our patrons at patreon.com/thebigstackpodcast. We still love you very, very much. We're not posting much to Patreon right now, and we apologize for that. I'm going to make one of these boys just download that app and get it on their phone so that we can get more stuff for you guys there. But we still have like 50-some patrons. It's pretty nice. Thank you guys for your continued
support. Thank you very much.
So much.
Yeah. So how was your week, Ellis?
Well, Jacob speaks for me. Jacob, how was my week this week?
I'm going to go ahead and cede the floor to you.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it, Senator. My week was pretty good. I, as you know, hung out with you the other night, Boogie, and that was a lot of fun. I also played the Division 2 beta, and if you like the Division 2 or the Division 1, it's more of the same.
Yeah.
But I'm enjoying it.
See, that's what I will say about the Division. If you enjoyed the Division, you're going to enjoy this, which is the Division 1.5 expansion pack being sold to you at a $60 price for some reason.
Maybe.
Because it's more of the same, and in-game seems pretty neat.
Pretty limited. Maybe there's more to it.
Yeah, maybe. It seems like the map is pretty small. It seems like there's not as much stuff, just especially like from the beta point of view, but there could be more. But it is one of those games that are going to develop as they go. So it does look like it has some lifestyle improvements if you're into the looter shooter genre. And here's what I can say about it. There's nothing bad about it. I didn't find anything bad about it. I really didn't. It was exactly the game I expected it to be. So if you're excited for the Division 1.5, you should get it. Honestly, I don't know if you should rush out and buy it. You could probably wait since it's a live service game. It'll be better the longer you wait, but nothing turned me off. Did anything turn you off from it?
No, I didn't have any like negative experiences.
Yeah.
The worst thing I could say is like, oh, it's a bit samey. Like it's I've played this game before.
Right. The bullet sponge issue in the betas was still there, but I'll tell you, I unlocked my end-game character. I took my end-game character into a dungeon. I got killed right away. I was confused by all the gear, and I was confused by all the mechanics, and I didn't know what was going on, and I was like, all right, I don't really care.
That was the problem that I had, and I don't think that's necessarily a problem with the Division. I think it's more of a problem with the beta, where they have you play the first couple of hours of the game and then skip everything else and then just set you up with a guy who just has everything already and everything's already set up, and then they have you continue doing it. And I have a hard time playing games where I skipped the build up to having all of the skills and the gear and not understanding why I have these things and
I'm sure
why they work together.
I'm sure if you played the Division 1, it made perfect sense, probably. And you could see the differences. So that's probably who it was for. For us who didn't play very much Division 1, we probably were like, okay, this is... The first part was for us, probably. Jacob, did you play any games this week?
I played The Division. I played Anthem. I played a mobile anime game.
Okay, what was... All right, so that piques my interest. What mobile anime game?
I play a game called Epic 7. And it has waifus in it and husbandos.
Husbandos is the term.
A word that I didn't know before, but I know it now.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah, and you get them and you level them up and then they fight monsters.
That's weird.
That's the whole thing.
It's the same as any of them.
So your waifu battles monsters for you.
Or my
husbando.
Yeah. There's also furries in it. If that's
and robots.
All right, now you pick.
Oh, there's robots.
Yeah, there's a couple robots.
I haven't. Oh yeah, there are robots in it. Yeah.
I'm just going to be honest with you guys, and I don't know if you guys agree with this because I believe you're both in happy relationships, but here's what I'm saying. When the cybernetic robot woman finally exists and the sex is even remotely realistic, honestly, I'm just done. Like, I liked having a life partner that was human, and it was great, right? I mean, I really enjoyed meeting her needs and all that stuff, but I've done it. It was fine. I've done it. And now if I can just have like a sex robot that will serve me, that'd be pretty great too. So sure. I'm honestly, if we get to the point that we just could have put a fleshlight on a Cuisinart, I'm in, man. That's good enough
for me. You can already
do
that.
Yeah. I mean, nobody's stopping you from doing that. Right. I bet KitchenAid makes an attachment for their mixer that you could just put the thing on the front.
Yeah, probably.
Spins or whatever. I don't know. Might rip your dick off or something.
Somebody's got to turn the setting down.
Yeah.
You're a coward.
So that was my problem.
So what was your thoughts of the Division? About the same? Just kind of same?
About the same. I'm pretty much with Ellis. I did not play the Division 1 at all. I had a lot of fun doing the first couple of hours of content that they had set out. Like building up and like leveling up and starting to collect gear. Yeah. And then once I unlocked those other characters, there was like a disconnect in my brain of like what I was supposed to be doing, why I had 400 guns in my inventory and I equip one and it doesn't seem to do anything. And I was wondering why I had those in the first place. And then the mission just kicked my ass. I tried like 4 times and I finally got like to the end, but I didn't beat it. And then I stopped.
Right.
Not because I don't like it.
I had a blast losing because I also, got my ass kicked 1 or 2 times before I did eventually finish it. And it's been a while since I've played a game that was hard.
Yep, that's
or
nice.
Could actually, kill me. And I'm not even like some super Amadeus at video games. It's just games are pretty easy these days.
Yeah.
And I don't know, a lot I feel like is lost because of that.
Yep. I bought Farcry New Dawn. Paid $35 for it through Greenland Gaming. Not a sponsor. I've really wasted $35 because number one, there's microtransactions built into all of it. There's base building and base advancing, and they're like, hey, do you want to buy this for cash or do you want to go collect it in the world? I'm like, I definitely don't want to pay for it in cash. Why wouldn't I collect it in the world? All right, what about the perks? Would you like some more perks? Yeah, I would. You got some really interesting wild perks, and they're like, no, they're pretty much stuff we ripped out of the base game and put them back in. There's some cool perks, but this is normally stuff you would have gotten in Far Cry 3 just from playing the damn game, and now you can either earn the perks by going into caches and finding perk magazines, or you could pay for them in cash. You want to pay for it in cash? No. Do you want to pay for the guns in cash? No, I don't want to pay any more cash. I just bought your game. Please stop marketing to me right now for base chunks of the game. And I get it.
How much does one talent point cost?
I don't really remember because I didn't look, right?
I was just curious, like how they monetize things like that.
And I'll be fair, there is some stuff that I've done in the game that gave me the premium currency that I could use to buy perks, and that's the only way to buy perks other than finding them through doing the game. But they give you so many perks, it doesn't seem like perk points are even worth purchasing. It just seems like a gotcha moment for somebody who hadn't played the game yet and wanted to be super powerful at the beginning of the game. Anyway, it's a very uninspired game. The story is cool. I love the continuation of the story from Far Cry 5. So I do plan to finish it because I want to finish the story as they started telling it in Far Cry 5.
That's a really interesting way to do your storytelling.
Right. And one of the weirdest things about it is Far Cry 5, I thought it was going to play like Far Cry 5, and it doesn't. Because there's like a tiered system, and it's very role-play gamey, and it seems very inspired by The Walking Dead, and it's just kind of, it's weird. And like the enemies, I know a lot of people are like, well, you just don't like the enemies because they're black female characters. No, I don't care. Why would I care about that? That seems like, what kind of lunatic gives a crap about that?
Wait, are all the enemies in the game black female characters?
No, but
the
two big antagonists in this are two sisters, twins who are black and female. And so some people, defend the game by saying they're just mad about that. I don't care about. Why would I care about that? What a lunatic cares about that? What I do care about is that they just are boring. They're evil for no legitimate reason. Like, one of the things I like about Walking Dead is Negan is evil for a reason. The governor is evil for a reason. These girls are just, we're mean for whatever reason. Why? Well, how does it serve you to be mean? I don't know. We're the bad guys. So let's just go ahead and be mean. And sure. John Seed, or not John Seed.
John Cena?
No, well, I think his name is John Seed. Or the antagonist from the previous game was a deep character that was running a cult but had a reason to run his cult the way he did. Anyway, the game is truly uninspired, and that's how I felt about The Division 2. It just felt uninspired. They took the template, they made some minor changes, and sold it to you again. And I hate that that's what Ubisoft is doing. I hate that that's what Ubisoft is becoming.
Especially, like, if you're going to make an effort towards including diversity in your game, it really sucks to have those characters be one-dimensional and not well-written.
Right.
So, because then it's too much of an excuse for, like, see, it's bad, it doesn't work. Well, I mean, do it justice. Write them like you would write a good character.
Right. And I think that is, I think, and that's something I often get in trouble for, but I think that regardless of your motivations, whatever you're doing, let's take College Humor, for example, okay? College Humor used to make some, what content people would call problematic, right? But it was funny first, and then it would be problematic second. Very rarely was their motive to push problematic stuff. And then they would push stuff that was, for the longest time, Adam Ruins Everything, perfect example. Adam Conover, almost all the work he did at College Humor, did exactly this. It was funny first, but then it had an agenda second. Sometimes it was social justice, sometimes it was whatever. And I never mind that. I love a social justice message, but I do like comedy, so that's why I was watching College Humor, not College Progressive, right? And so then Adam Conover and all of this, Mike Trapp and all those really great people left College Humor, and then the agenda was progression first, comedy second. Either that or they're so bad at comedy that that wasn't the case and it was impossible to tell. But what they were doing was progressive, but not funny. It's got to be funny. I'm tuning into College Humor. If I'm playing a video game, I don't mind a progressive message. I want a progressive message. Put progressive messages in your video game. Female antagonist, whatever. That's all great. Female protagonist, antagonist. Make the entire game entirely female. Put women in World War II. I don't care. Just make a really good video game and write the characters really, really well. And if it's comedy, make it funny first. And if it's all of those other things, and then you're delivering a package, through that, why not? Why wouldn't I enjoy it? I always feel like you got to do it well first. And if you don't do it well first, why are you doing it?
Sure. I mean, it sounds like what you're saying is it boils down to, like, you should make good content. That's what's important, is making good content.
Yeah.
And
right.
The idea that your content is, I don't know, artificially better because it has one message or another,
right,
that doesn't really hold water. Your content has to be good.
So I have a question about New Dawn then, about the antagonists. Is it relevant that they are female? Is their race relevant, or are they just happen to be that?
No, I think it was a marketing thing by Ubisoft. Ubisoft, I think, is Montreal that's publishing this one. I think it was, here's something we've never done, and it'll check things off. There are two female black twins. That's not something we've never done in a Far Cry game. Let's do it. Which is not a bad reason to do it. If you start and do top-down design from that, we want to do two interesting female black twins. We've never done that. Or if you have a good reason for writing that.
It's a shame that
I don't take an issue with that at all.
A company that does something like that, it's hard not to be like, is this just a marketing thing? Do you really feel this way, or are you just trying to, like, appeal to a crowd? Well, it's hard to know either way.
Right,
whenever they're not well written, it feels like it's more of a market tested thing than you actually gave a shit and you actually want to push a message.
Okay, well, take Gillette, for example. Like, let's talk about wokenomics a little bit here. I'm all for wokenomics. I'm all for using your platform at Gillette, Pizza Hut, McDonald's, whoever, to deliver a message you are proud to deliver. I don't mind that. Why would I mind that, right?
Sure.
If MeUndies wants to be body positive, that's great. If Gillette wants to be pro-feminist, that's great. It's your platform. It's your product. That's fine. But to do it for marketing purposes is a little disingenuous. And so
it feels manipulative, right? It feels exploitative.
So Gillette has a new ad out, and I know that I'm being manipulated because I'm talking about it on a podcast that thousands of people are going to listen to, but it's Heroes Sweat. And it's got, like, this army vet, and he's like a big, strong man, and it's like he's very masculine, and everything he does in the video is very masculine. And it's the follow-up on the, previous Gillette ad. And it's a 1-2 punch, right? They're trying to appeal to every consumer. They're trying to appeal to the very strong men heroes, right? They're also trying to appeal to the people who hate on those types of men. That seems disingenuous. It seems like a big marketing ploy at that point. Why are you trying to market towards both demographics? Well, it's because you want to sell razors. I get that. But you should pick like, and that's coming from me, someone who's made fun of constantly for supposedly being centrist. But you're trying to play both fields there, and it just seems like crazy. To that point, it seems disingenuous. When these companies do something, Pepsi, Kylie Jenner, when you do this stuff and it seems just disingenuous to sell your diabetes-giving sugar water, fuck you, right? Fuck you, Pepsi. Fuck you. You disingenuous pieces of shit. This video not sponsored by Pepsi. Nor will this channel.
If you want to give us a call, really.
Yeah.
I wish I had a Pepsi can to drink right now as as a joke.
I wish I had one.
I would never ever buy Pepsi. Not because I hate their brand, just Pepsi's gross.
Yeah,
why would I ever spend money on Pepsi?
Yeah. So I played a new game this week, and it's on the Nintendo Switch. I think it's on PC. I don't know where else it is. It's called Moonlighter.
Oh, yeah, I saw that on Steam for a while.
Now, there's a game I played back in 2006, 2007, I think. It was a really long time ago. It was a Japanese imported game that got brought over to Steam where you basically went into dungeons, got items, and then came and sold them in your shop. And that's what this game is. It's a modern-day version of that. It's an indie game. It sells for like $20, $25 if I remember correctly. I don't remember what I paid for it because I just like that game mechanics, and it's so well done. The combat feels good. It felt a little clunky at first. Now it feels really good now that I've gotten used to it. The merchanting part is a little boring, so if you don't like that, you might not like this. But it's fairly robust and fairly deep. And you're developing the town, and you're developing your shop, and you're developing your gear, and you're developing the stuff, and you're unlocking the new dungeons, and every time you go to the dungeon, it's different, so it's got a roguelike aspect to it, and oh my God, is it my favorite game right now, and I highly recommend it. It looks like Zelda kind of gameplay, except really not every mechanic, but some of it. There's some health potions, and there's sword and board, and the square-shaped rooms, Binding of Isaac style. Wow.
Is it like an RPG type of thing, where every time you go back in, you're stronger because you've managed to sell more loot?
So there doesn't seem to be a skill system. It's going to be that you're upgrading your gear that levels you up, and I think you're also unlocking perks by developing the town. But I've only unlocked a couple of characters so far, so I'm only 2 or 3 hours in. But I do think I'm going to grind away this game. And in fact, since there's like a calendar and the game starts on January 1st, I was so frustrated that I'd only done so little by January the 20th. I went ahead and started a new game today, so I've started over.
Is there any microtransactions in Moonlighters?
Nope, it's a complete video game, just right off the bat. No DLC. Maybe there'll be an expansion one day, and I will buy it. And that's the thing. I know a lot of my fans say, I don't like indie games. I like AAA games and stuff like that. But here's the thing. AAA games are getting too expensive because you're paying $60 to buy in, and then $30 for the season pass, and $20 more for the DLC, and then $10 more in microtransactions. And oh, yeah, $50, $60 DLC. I guarantee the next
Dead or Alive 6 has $93 season pass.
Of course they do, because that's what they do. I can't believe that's got to be the record now, right?
I think so.
93? What a weird fucking number.
Are they finally putting the boobs
Just go
back
for a
in it?
hundo at that point. Go for 99.
Well, 93 does feel a lot less like 99, and they're only losing $6, right?
Well, that's because it is.
Right. But not a lot less, just a minor amount, right?
$6 less.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to distract from
No, I'm so glad you did. I have to look this up. What do you know about this already? Because I'm looking it up now.
I just was reading.
Oh my God.
I read.
Oh my God. This is okay. Number one, this is a really cute wedding dress she's wearing, so that's cool. There's like wedding dresses and stuff. There's an update plan. Season Pass 1, 3/1. Nico bonus costumes, Nyotojin bonus costumes, Nyotingu. March also gets you the Happy Wedding costume set 1 and 2. New entry victory scenes. In April, you get new entry victory scenes and new costume set volume 1. In May, you get new costume set volume 2. Now, here's the thing. If you know DOA's history, this is what they tend to do. They show you like a full version of the game and then add a bunch of DLC outfits that you're not expected to purchase all at once. You're supposed to purchase, oh, I like this bathing suit. I like this bikini thing. And that's something a lot of their fans love to do. It's weird to see them sell it all at once, but I do know towards the end of DOA5's life cycle, they were selling chunks as like $50, $100 for everything. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it's weird to see them pre-order that, let you pre-order that.
Yeah, so from what I was reading, I could be wrong about this, the season pass includes just a whole bunch of costumes for everybody that come out every month or so, and then 2 characters, just two, and then the costumes
for a whole
characters.
Season. How long is a season? Is a season a year?
The season pass is typically 1 year's worth of content.
That's a dumb name then.
It is a bad name. I don't know why it's called.
Not a season pass. A season is, collection of months.
I'm shocked by this.
Well, I mean, a year's a collection of months.
Yeah, but it's too many. It's too big of a collection.
Time is a construct.
Dead or Alive 5 has over $1,000 worth of DLC alone.
Yeah. But they don't, I mean, like...
Maker MV had like 2,800.
That's different, though. That's a different thing. I feel like there's
a different game.
It's way more robust than Dead or Alive. way more. I mean, here's the thing. You can have full-on tits in RPG Maker if you're, dedicated enough to the art.
Yeah.
And you can have most of the tit.
Okay, but Train Simulator has the most DLC of any video game ever. And how do you get tits in that?
Yeah, can you get tits on the train?
Modding. You just have a train that's just one long tit.
Yeah, one long tit.
With a nipple in the front.
Oh man, you remember that guy who was asking us about what he should build for his model train?
Oh yeah.
We should have gone with one long tit.
Yeah, make your train of one long tit.
One long tit. I'm trying to see what the total is for stream. $8,707 worth of DLC for Train Simulator 2019.
Yeah, but the thing about those games, right? Like it's hilarious that there's that much there. You don't buy all of it. Only very specific people buy all of it. You buy the train that you want. You buy the bikini that you want. That's why this season pass stuck out to me.
Yeah, it's pretty wild
because it's all of it.
It's give us $93 for all of those costumes. Yeah. And it lists what costumes you get. So if they make other costumes outside of that content, you have to buy that stuff too.
Pre-order it now, and also the game might be good. We'll find out, I guess.
I think the game is fine. I've looked at reviews and stuff. I mean, it's out, right? It came out today.
Oh, did it?
Wait, are we talking about Dead or Alive or Train Simulator?
Both.
Oh.
Dead or Alive Train Simulator.
Can we get a crossover?
Dead or Alive trains.
Like Puyo Puyo Tetris, but Dead or Alive Train Simulator?
It's at 76%, which means it's doing better than Anthem.
Well, listen.
Wow.
So look,
not doing so hot.
So look, we several of us have played Anthem now.
Right? I have played Anthem.
Okay, so tell me if I'm wrong with what I say here. I see the appeal. Like, it was another year of adding content, another year of cleaning up the loading systems and the inventory systems and everything else. I think that will be a fine game. It just needed more time to round it off and round off the really jagged corners that make me unhappy. The combat itself I found enjoyable. The mechs I found enjoyable. And when I watch people, I watched Tally play a little bit, I watched some other people play a little bit, and I've seen the builds and the items and the stuff they're getting, the legendary gear they're getting and the way it stacks. Really interesting. That is all there. There's a really good baseline for that game. And if you love that baseline and you enjoyed that game and you purchased it and you're happy with it, I'm not going to smash your dreams. I'm just saying, boy, does it need some work. Am I wrong?
I mean, here's the yes. No, you are not wrong. I agree with you. My main thing that I want them to work on is have me do something different. I played that game for several hours and I did a bunch of different missions. They were all exactly the same mission.
Oh, yes.
What do you mean? You had to go and shoot a guy and then you had to go and shoot a different guy.
It's either go somewhere, shoot all the guys that are there and click on a thing, or go somewhere and pick up little orbs of light and put them in the hole while shooting all the guys that are there, or go somewhere, click on the thing and then shoot all the guys that show up when you click on the thing.
And then don't forget, there are 3 missions in which you do get to fight a boss. Which is those 3 missions I enjoyed. Did you do all 3?
No, I have not.
I fought the spider boss, and I did not do the other 2 strongholds. I've seen them done. Fighting the spider boss was super easy. It's so easy. You just exploded as soon as you showed up.
My other main problem with the game is going up to it. Everybody was like, "Oh, it really makes you feel like Iron Man. It's really cool. Flying around is super fun and really awesome." And I was like, "Okay, yeah, I can get into that. You can fly for 30 seconds at a time." And then you got to go find a waterfall or land for a while.
Yeah.
You can't just fly. And also there's not really anywhere to fly to.
Well, right. Yeah.
Everything looks the same. And it's there's a limit to how high I can fly. I can't, there's a bunch of mountains all over the place. Basically everything is a series of canyons or whatever. I can't fly up and over to the next canyon over or whatever. I just fly in the canyon I'm in, and I could just be like running on the ground really fast.
I mean, absolutely. Spider-Man does not need a waterfall to be near. You know, it doesn't need to be near a lake. But I will say,
you're gonna push your game's design by like how fun the movement is. Hey, we give you this jetpack, this thing. Why would you limit it so severely?
Right.
If that's what how does the game benefit from you only getting to fly for 30 seconds?
Right. And the other thing is, like the vistas. I guess that's the word. That's the word Young Ye. Young
Come on, Jacob,
uses all the time.
Give me a
but
vista.
Like, the vistas were beautiful. There's so few. Like the dungeons pretty much look the same, and then the outside pretty much looks the same. And there's not a lot of variety. There's like a little deserty area, and then there's a little bit of watery areas, and it all just kind of really looks the same. Now the good news is the way this game is designed, the lore of this game. This is a world unfinished. To go along with the game that's unfinished, I guess. But the world unfinished, and the world will change with big patches, right? So maybe one day, the center of the map, which you're used to being just kind of boring there, a volcano is going to show up there, and a bunch of fire monsters are going to leap up out of that thing because the Anthem of Creation got ramped up in that area. And so there's so much promise. There's so much promise, and it really should have been released 6 months to a year from now.
Isn't bad, but it's not good either. It like could be really good. I had some game-breaking bugs that really put me off. I had real issues with that kind of stuff. And then whenever I did finally get the game like working and going, I was just like, I just wish you had more, just like a little bit more, a little bit of variety in your enemy types or your mission types or environment.
Right. And the problem is the thing that they decided to repeat over and over and again was not like dungeon exploration, which I would find interesting, with mini bosses and stuff like that. It's some of the worst mechanics you'll find in these types of games. Go here, fight all the guys, and click on the thing. Okay, that's not particularly interesting. Go to this thing and guard a circle. I don't want to stand in a freaking circle. Why?
Not in a game where a big like proponent of their gameplay is the movement and how fun it is.
Go here and collect the orbs and shove them in the hole. Okay, again, that once is enough. Once is enough. Dungeon exploration, fighting bosses, fighting mini bosses. This is fun. That's what I liked about Destiny. That's what I like about these other games. And they just decided, I mean, at this point, just put some escort quests in there. Right? Just put some escort quests in there and just make it the worst game mechanics that you could ever think of.
But it feels lazy. If you're going to make a game around dungeon exploration, then you either have to procedurally generate a dungeon, which is complicated, or you have to like handcraft a bunch of different dungeons to give the player an interesting and different experience.
Right.
It's very easy to repeat go stand in the circle content because you just write that code once and you just slap it on any place in the world you want to.
Yep.
The other thing that I was not a huge fan of, and I don't think this will ever change, is being in that city, Fort Tarsus. I hated moving around in it. I hated like interacting with all the characters. It just feels slow and sluggish.
Yep.
And then like whenever I want to like leave to go on a mission, I have to like wait for my mech to turn around and then the animation of me getting in it. And I get that like that's probably maybe there's a loading screen hit behind it or something like that. That's what I thought initially. And then it loaded for 45 seconds, a minute and a half. I have it installed on an SSD. Like,
yep, me too. Yep.
It's crazy how long the load times are. I can't imagine what they're like on a console.
Yeah,
it'd be like playing Morrowind on the original Xbox.
Oh my god!
Right. And so even if there is, somebody says in chat, even if there is a good story in that game, but due to the loading screens, due to the stilted voice acting, due to the weird animations, and due to the empty dead city, and the fact that I can't run around that city, it's not a good way to tell it. It's just, there's not a good way to tell the
buried,
damn thing.
right? It's buried under a slogging gameplay that is not fun.
Right. And so, like, I do know the guys over there, BioWare, do know I exist. I'm sure they've seen some of the videos I've made, and I hate crapping on their game, but, you know, you got to when they make mistakes. And again, like I'm saying, it's so recoverable, and I hope EA lets them recover it. I hope they don't shut down BioWare. They have said, I made a video saying I was worried about BioWare, showed why I was worried about BioWare. The folks over at BioWare are continuing to say, don't be worried, we're going to be fine. More people are playing Anthem than you think. But that's what EA would let you think of until they close you. So, you know, like
I think if this game spends a year doing the live service thing, then it'll be a pretty good game. I think in a year, like I will like this game because I don't hate it. Like playing it, there are like a number of things that bother me, but I could see myself liking what this game wants me to do.
do you think it will get a year in the oven? I mean, because there's already talk of like Fallout 76 is not going to even get the time post-release to become the game that they wanted it to be.
I mean, they did just release their year-long roadmap. I think in the last couple of days, they released what they're going to do all year for DLC. Now, none of it sounds exciting or good.
People read it.
It doesn't sound exciting or good, but I mean, they banned the last guy who liked that game. He had 2 accounts, and those are the last 2 players. And both of them got banned.
Yeah, somebody said that on Reddit today, there was a meme going around that the last person playing Fallout 76 is glad to finally get the single-player experience he was hoping for. And I was like, yep, that's pretty much it.
I'm sure that a lot of people are playing Anthem because I could see how somebody would have fun playing that game, getting to the end game, finding cool legendaries. There are other games that I would prefer to do that in, but that's not necessarily true for everybody. I could see how somebody would like this game. So If they tell me a lot of people are playing it and they've dumped this amount of money into it already, I can't imagine they'll just like cut and run now, right? They will give it time. They'll do their live service thing. Right. They'll build it up, and maybe they'll build it in ways that are good.
Yeah.
I mean, right now, taking a look, I'm trying to find Anthem. Currently, most watched game on Twitch is League of Legends, followed by Overwatch, and there are events going on today. Apex Legends over Fortnite.
Really?
Just Chatting, Dota 2, Counter-Strike, RuneScape, World of Warcraft, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. I think there's an event going on for that day as well. I'm not seeing it in the first 2 rows, 3 rows. 3 rows down is the Division 2, but that's in beta, so it's hard to say. 4 rows down is Anthem. It's currently being beaten out in viewership and people playing it by Destiny 2, Forsaken. Civ 6 and also Pokemon Let's Go are more popular. Heroes of the Storm is currently more popular. Anthem only has 4.6
Heroes of the Storm, excuse me. Heroes of the Storm?
Which is an officially dead game, yeah.
That's a game that I still play.
Hold on. And nobody else does. An event going on for HOTS or something?
No, they canceled them all.
Yeah, currently, I guess the TSPA Collegiate Series is happening today.
Okay, got it.
I mean, they canceled all of their own things, but they didn't stop other people from hosting tournaments.
Man, okay.
The Division 2 is also
dead games.
Just below Heroes of the Storm and barely beating out Art.
Yeah, so. Division 2, I'm willing to give that a pass because it's not out yet, and some people are just not that interested in watching a beta, or maybe watching the same beta footage that's already been played now for an entire weekend because it's not like anybody has new content for it. I played a game of Heroes of the Storm on Saturday during what I assume to be peak hours.
You scraped together 9 of your other friends.
My queue time was 999 seconds. That was my estimated wait. I don't think it goes higher.
Nope.
I think it capped out on digits.
The game was like, eventually, I guess, whatever. Why?
That was my fucking queue. So, I mean, I just stopped playing.
Yeah, because that's what happens to everybody, right? They log in one time, and if 10 people don't do this all at the same time, then their queue time is infinite, theoretically. Yeah. And they just say, all right, guess nobody plays this game anymore, and then leave, and then the game dies.
There was a post on the Heroes of the Storm subreddit by a guy who has Grandmaster, who was like, hey, it's been 2 weeks, and I have to play a game or I will decay in rank. Could somebody please get on so I have somebody to queue again?
Oh, that's great.
That sucks, man.
Shit. People are decaying because they can't get games.
I'm going to have to go back and play League of Legends. What am I doing with my life?
Uninstall it. Do not
play
do
Apex Legends. Apex Legends is great, even though they're having some hacker issues.
We played some Apex Legends. That's not really
Apex Legends.
I love that game.
My thing. As somebody who's like, hey, I don't really like shooting man games, I had fun playing Apex Legends.
Yeah, I love Apex Legends.
I got to have a grappling hook and fly around the map, and the guns felt pretty fun.
Hey, somebody in chat asks, and I do want to get your all's impression as Pokemon fans.
I'm a Pokemon fan.
What did you think about the Sword and Board? It's Sword and Shield. I know, I'm calling it Sword and Board. F off. What do you think about the Pokemon Sword and Shield trailer?
I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm excited. It looks cool.
I'm always excited for new Pokemon.
It was really weird watching the community. Because when Pokemon Let's Go shows up, everybody's like, oh my god, I hate that you can see the Pokemon on the map. I hate that you capture them without battling them. I hate this, right? And then they show Sword and Shield, and they're like, they didn't innovate on the formula at all. And it's because the last time you innovated on the formula, you got mad.
Innovate
right.
better.
Now, that's the thing. It's a schizophrenic community made up of a bunch of different people. Some people like the Pokemon Go mechanics, some people didn't. So I get it. I understand. I get that there's, those people are being loud now. The people who like the traditional stuff are being quiet because they like the traditional stuff. It's the people who don't who are being loud. But it's just so fascinating because I can't imagine what it would have to be like to be a game freak and to make these games and have people just never satisfied.
I mean, I think that most of these companies have come to understand that it is literally impossible to please every person on the internet. And so they just turn a blind eye. They just say like, oh, this group of people doesn't like it. That means there's probably a group out there that isn't saying anything, that likes it or is neutral on it. And that's enough for us.
Yep. And let's just hope they buy it. And they're going to. 10 million copies sold.
I'm gonna buy both copies.
Yeah,
and then
me too.
If they make a third one, a Pokemon Gun, I'll buy that one too.
Which do you plan to play first of the two?
I'm gonna play Sword first.
Yeah, I don't know what the perks are. What are you gonna play, Ellis?
Shield.
Yeah, I'm playing Shield. I'm excited for Shield because I always like to play tanks in games. So I'd like to get a tanky legendary Pokemon.
Oh yeah, we don't know what the legendaries look like. That's a good point.
Yeah, we don't know. I'm
disappointed in the starters, and I can see that they're a little uninspired.
I love the starters. The little water dude is so cute.
Yeah, I really like the water.
Grookey's a little uninspired, but Scorbunny and Sobble is the water starter. Those are
because Sobble's a tadpole kind of thing, and then
Scorbunny's
clearly is a what?
It's a water lizard.
Yeah. Okay.
Did you see?
Got Poliwag for tadpoles?
Did you see the Detective Pikachu ultra realistic Sobble?
No.
It'll make you not like Sobble.
Oh, no.
God, I love Sobble so much, but I don't know how people are not looking at Grookey and just like, this is the best monkey Pokemon we've ever got. He's so
really
cool.
I don't think it's the best monkey Pokemon we've ever got.
Who's the best monkey Pokemon?
I mean, Primeape, probably.
No, he's so bad. He's just literally a furball.
Yeah, he's a furball that karate chops you.
Yeah.
Is Machoke a monkey?
No, I think he's a human.
The good news is...
Hang on. He can't be a human. He's a Pokemon. That's not allowed.
Machoke is like pretty humanoid.
Yeah,
in
humanoid.
a way that makes me a little uncomfortable.
Well, there's a lot of characters that are Pokemon that are based on real life humans. For example, the Pokemon that takes place in New York, there's literally just gang members. These I forget what they're called, but they're supposed to be gang members. And also from
Scraggy?
Yeah, Scraggy. He's basically just
they have like sagging pants.
Yeah, and then there's literally an actual trash bag and there's construction workers from that one too. There's Garbodor. Who's the construction worker guy? I love that.
I can't remember what they're called.
Constructomon, yeah.
But I know what you're talking about because he carries like a big
I-beam.
Steel beam.
Yeah.
I mean, there's the originals, Hitmonlee and Hitmonchan, which are based off of Bruce Lee and Jackie Chan.
Right.
Yeah.
And then
they're not super humanoid though.
But Machamp is definitely.
They're a lot more
creepily humanoid.
Well, okay, but Butterfree's not based on a butterfly person. Butterfree's based on a butterfly.
You don't know that. He might be placed on a butterfly person that they have ever met.
Fair point. Okay,
don't believe what they're telling you. We have made contact with intergalactic, interdimensional aliens. Do you understand
butterfly people?
And they're butterfly people. Now, if you don't go to my website and buy my penis pills and my water purifiers, then there's no way these interdimensional aliens will let you play the new Pokemon game.
Well, I mean, I got to play the new Pokemon game.
So
I have it's a bit early in the show to transition to questions, but I have a question related to this.
Oh, this is great. Give me one. Lay it on me.
This is from Michael on Twitch, known as Stevensville Gamers. Wants us to come up with a weird Pokemon that they're going to draw.
A weird Pokemon?
Yeah, a weird Pokemon. They're going to draw it.
Pokemon?
Yeah, we got to design a Pokemon, an OC Pokemon.
I want you to make the three of us into Pokemon.
That's what I was gonna say.
Oh, sorry, I said it first. Now you're a copycat.
Yeah.
Jacob, copycat Pokemon.
We were gonna work. There already is a copycat Pokemon. We were gonna work together.
This is how
it was a collaboration.
This is how narcissistic I am. I forgot you two guys existed, and I wanted to have a neckbeard Pokemon.
Okay, well,
no, this is fine, right?
Ours can be a neckbeard Pokemon.
Yeah, yours can be the neckbeard Pokemon.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So now we're just going to get the one I wanted, but I could have easily gone to bat for you two, but I'm like, fuck them. They don't deserve Pokemans. They're going to say something stupid, like Dildo-chan or something.
No, we weren't. We were going to combine all three of us together into one Pokemon.
Well, there you go.
Wait, hang on. Whoa, that is
what?
That was not my intention.
What
is this like Cronenberg shit you're going on about?
I was, like a Cronenberg.
I just meant individually. Like, make a Jacob Pokemon, a Boogie Pokemon, and an Ellis Pokemon.
I call water type.
No.
Fucking Akira style us into one amalgamation.
Yeah.
Yes, that's
and
what I want.
I'm clearly the body, and you two are growing out of my folds. Clearly.
Yes.
You be the body, I'll be the head. Jacob's the.
Oh god.
No. I'm the two legs coming off of the back of Boogie, and Ellis, you're like, Total Recall style. In his chest,
make me
coming out.
Quado, is that
Quado?
Quado? Right? Yeah, make me that. Give me that. I'm just
Coming out of Boogie's chest, and then it's like
the reactor queen.
Next. Just call it like Nexon Beardson.
Nice.
Nexon Beardson.
Okay, so provided that can't be that, you have to actually come up with a new Pokemon, animal based or creature based or person
just
based.
come up with like several different new Pokemon.
I have one. I want a hater based Pokemon. Okay.
Okay.
A person who finds something he does not like on the internet, a creator or a person or a thing or a song, and rather than doing something what this Pokemon should do, which is just go on about their lives, not, hey, I don't like that thing, I'm going to go find things I do like. Instead, this is the Pokemon that stays up all night screaming into their cell phones about how much they don't like that thing they found. And that's its power. So it's probably got a bunch of Screech-based abilities.
Yeah.
And it's and they're all ineffective. Whatever his type is, every attack is ineffective no matter what it attacks. Because he never works on himself. He just tries to tear down other things and fails. So that's my Pokemon.
We have there's like a keyring Pokemon and a desk fan and some other stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
Klefki, Rotom.
Yet?
Well, so I think Rotom is the like electric ghost Pokemon that just inhabits like appliances and electronics. So like there isn't a specifically cell phone Pokemon, but Rotom kind of like is a little bit already. That doesn't mean you can't make a cell phone.
I want Yeezor, and Yeezor is the Yeezy's Pokemon.
Nice.
He's extremely expensive, and he falls apart very quickly.
Oh, nice. And he wears a red hat for some reason.
Inexplicably
loves to wear that red hat.
It's unclear why.
Unclear as to what his motives are.
It's just red.
I want a hat-based Pokemon.
Oh, okay.
So you have this Pokemon, okay, and throughout the world you find various kinds of hats, and you put the hats on the Pokemon, and it changes their type and what attacks they have.
I was thinking like an Eevee that can evolve into like baseball cap or a wide-brimmed hat or a
No. It itself basically just looks like a little Machoke. Or something, or
likes to wear hats.
Machop. He just likes to wear hats, and the hats affect what moves that it knows.
Okay.
So it's kind of like cosplay Pikachu.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
But make that a mechanic.
Yes, absolutely.
But what if the best hat is, something distasteful?
Well, I mean, you could just not have that be that.
I'm just saying, like, what are you gonna do?
What if he steals? What was your Pokemon's name? Yeezasaur?
Yeah,
Yeezor.
Yeezor. He just steals Yeezor's hat, and he gets an attack that builds a wall.
He gets barrier, right?
He gets barrier.
Yeah, I was thinking somebody in chat said my Pokemon's first attack should just be called Ree.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty good stuff.
So Boogie,
that's a good question. I enjoyed that.
You said you were gone. That's why we didn't have a podcast last week.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about where you were at? Because
or is it a
not
secret?
100%.
I went to SoCal Retro Gaming Con, which is a fairly smallish con with about 4,000 people. And and I met the coordinator by the name of Brooke. She's amazing. I had so much fun. I went out drinking with the angry video game nerd. That was wild. And I watched them do the Das Boot challenge. And the nerd can put down beer, boys. I've never seen anything like it. He's like Robbie on a good night. I'm telling you, dude. He was pounding it. You guys are not going to get that reference.
Joke.
Yeah, that was
people.
Yeah, but it was pretty cool. It was a really crowded German bar, and they had a pretzel the size of your head, and it came out like covered in sandwich meats and like all kinds of wiener schnitzels and stuff. And they ordered one. I ordered one for the table, and I managed to not even eat any of my pretzel. I was really proud. I got the salmon instead, but it looked delicious. I had a couple of bites of the sandwich meat though. But
Good on you.
I had so much fun, and I met some new people and made some new friends, and just, oh my God, it was just a great time. And I've been back since I got home. I've been in such a good mood. I went down to the Santa Monica Pier with my friend Adam the Woo. You can check out his channel. There's a video of us at the pier and at the con. I got to ride the Ferris wheel there with him, and it was super romantic. And I think that's technically our second date, so the next date that me and Adam go on, he's going to have to put out. He's not homosexual, and I guess neither am I really. But if you think about it, it could happen.
I
It
guess.
still could happen.
It doesn't matter at that point.
I'm
If
not
you're
like
going on 3 dates,
super
whether
committed
you're
to it.
homosexual or
Right.
not. One of you's got to put out.
And I ate at for my first time ever. I ate at Bubba Gump's Shrimping Company.
Oh
Okay.
yeah.
How was that?
It was pretty damn good. Everything we had was good.
Or the shrimp.
I got just some like shrimp. I got some fried shrimp and like a variety shrimp
gumbo?
platter, and it was good. I did not get the gumbo, unfortunately. And Adam had, I think, the ultimate feast. It was massive. It was like a little of everything.
Ultimate feast.
Yeah, it was good, man. It was a really good trip. I've decided that I'm going to start taking more trips. So even though I don't have a convention currently planned in March or April, I'm just going somewhere. I don't know where.
This is a convention at my house, Boogie. You're welcome to come.
Really?
It's like you're invited.
Okay. Who else is speaking?
Well,
Will I be doing interviews
the
or
only
anything?
person I've been able to line up, and he hasn't said yes yet, is a YouTuber named Boogie2988.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I like that
Come
guy.
and hear him speak.
He's kind of problematic. I heard he was.
He can be, but I want to give him a chance to clear the air.
That's smart. That's really smart. I really appreciate that, man. Thank you. I'm gonna pass, hard pass,
Sure.
because I don't like fat people. And they're
Yeah,
gross.
not a lot of people really want to see him. I get that.
because he's fat and he's gross and
Takes his shirt off a lot. It's weird.
Yeah, I've heard he makes TikToks without a shirt on.
Right.
Why?
He never shows nips.
That's a kid's app, right, or something? And why would he show that?
Is TikTok a
Wait,
kid's
hold
app?
on. Well, no.
No, it's not.
No, but Boogie, do you show your nipples on TikTok?
I haven't yet. Should I?
No.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I'm gonna. If you do,
I mean-
I'm gonna leave comments making fun of your nipples.
Do you guys want to see my nipples now?
No,
No.
save it for TikTok.
I mean, I've seen them before.
Save it for TikTok.
Save it for TikTok. TikTok exclusive Boogie nips.
All right. Well, check out our Patreon at patreon.com/the Big Stack Podcast.
Those nipple lewds.
And if we hit this week, $200 of monthly support, I will upload to patron only my nipples.
Wait, hold on. I don't think you can do that.
You
I don't
can.
think Twitch allows you to do that.
You
well,
can-
no, Patreon is whatever.
I think they're male nipples. I think as long as you remember, it's female presenting nipples that Twitch
that's
doesn't
Male
like.
presenting nipples, that's fine.
Female
Those could just be milk
presenting-
duds.
These are right. These are male presenting nipples. Those are the words Twitch used. They said female presenting nipples.
The Tumblr. Not
Tumblr did. I don't think Twitch did. That.
Oh, that was Tumblr. Okay.
yeah.
that's
Tumblr. Well, they're in a whole weird. I don't even know what to make of that.
They're tumbling out of control.
Ah,
Myself out. Good night, guys. Have a wonderful time.
we did it.
Is Tumblr dead yet?
I mean, I didn't go there before, so I don't know. I have no metric for dead.
Or for how weird that was. That could have just been something that they say regularly.
Yeah, that's true. And this was like the
Yeah.
first time people paid attention to it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's not a place I go, so I don't know. I'm not worried about it.
You
Jake,
got
do you have any other questions?
Yeah,
for
give
us?
me another weird question.
Oh, you want
baby.
another question? Wait, you want a weird question? You want a series?
It doesn't matter, man.
Okay,
Whatever you
all
got,
right.
baby.
So David asked us this last week, and we didn't get to it. So I definitely want to ask it this week. If you could live for a year in a video game world, which one would it be? And what character would you be in it?
Playboy the Mansion, Hugh Hefner, go.
Well, hang on. Hugh Hefner in the Playboy Mansion doesn't actually do anything. He's literally trapped in that one room.
Oh, I haven't played the game. Shit, that would suck. Okay, I'm the player.
You're eternally stuck in one room doing nothing for a year. You want to be the main character.
Yeah, I want to be the main character. Yeah. Yeah.
Who, admittedly, also doesn't do anything. You just walk around the mansion.
Oh.
I mean, that seems like probably what there is to do there mostly.
Well, but the sex was the thing.
That's like 80% of what you could do there, I think.
But we wanted to have the sex in the thing.
I'm sorry, you're playing
they
the
do
wrong
that
game
in-
for
do
that.
they do
If
that
you
in
want to
the
have
game?
the sex, you gotta somehow survive in the fucking Witcher universe. Good luck.
Oh God, no, thank you. It's not worth the
I guess
sex.
you get to be whatever character you want, so you could just like be, somebody who could do that, like Geralt or whatever. But being Geralt sounds boring as fuck.
Is that the answer? Do you want to be in the Witcher universe, or do you want to be
No,
Alice?
absolutely not. I want to be in the Pokemon universe.
That's what
and
I was going to pick.
solve all of my like headcanon mysteries about how the hell that thing functions. I almost don't care what character I am as long as I'm not a gym leader, because then again I'm also like tied to one place forever.
Then you're an oddish. Fuck you.
So, no.
But he gets to
I wanna
pick.
be a person.
Well, he said he didn't care, so now you're an oddish.
Oh, fair enough. You're an
I
oddish.
guess
It's
so.
decided.
I'm an oddish now.
Fine, since I can't pick Pokemon because Ellis already picked it, I'll
Oh,
pick.
sorry, Jacob. You don't want to be copycat Pokemon Jacob.
I'm gonna pick Yokai Watch.
That's just Pokemon.
No,
That
it's
was
not.
Ghosts. That's Ghostmon.
Legally different.
Legally different.
What about Digimon though?
Nah, nobody likes Digimon.
Man, I don't even.
Monster Rancher?
I don't
I
understand.
like Monster Rancher.
Monster Rancher was actually pretty rad.
Yeah.
Honestly, the Monster Hunter universe, if I got to be one of those incredibly fit, monster hunters, that would actually be pretty rad. I don't want to do that like as Ellis, but if I just get to be, one of those characters who can already fight shit,
Can
that sounds
carry
pretty
that
fun.
gigantic hammer and flip through the air with it.
So I
somehow.
changed my answer to that. That's the world that I want to live in.
I
Cool.
honestly,
I changed my answer.
They
to
have
Pokemon.
amazing food. I changed my answer to Pokemon.
I think I'm changing my answer because it's not fair for it just to be about freaky sex, right?
I mean, you can have it be whatever you want.
It's
it
up
be.
to you, man. It's just
I
your.
think I would
fantasy.
like to either go into the World of Warcraft or the EverQuest universe, provided I can't die. And I would like.
I mean, you can die.
And I would like to be Thrall in the World of Warcraft universe so I could bang Jaina. Oh my God, that girl's hot.
Do you want to be like Big Thrall or old model Thrall?
I was gonna ask.
Because they made Thrall significantly bigger
Thrall's like,
throughout the course of that game.
Yeah,
like,
you're right.
if everyone else's average height, Thrall's like 15 feet tall.
yeah.
yeah.
I want to be Big Thrall.
Big
I mean, they
Thrall.
just did that with all the story characters, is they updated all of their models to be bigger
Large.
than the rest of their species.
But that means
'cause they're more
Jaina's
important.
larger, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Good.
The closer to being a main character you are, the bigger your model gets. That's how it works, right? That's how it is in
Isn't
real life.
Jaina like a huge racist asshole now? Isn't that what happened?
Everybody's a huge racist asshole, according to the internet. Who's a
Okay.
huge racist asshole now, though?
Jaina? Is Jaina not?
Because she used to be like all up on the orc side, and she was like, "Yeah, no, we got to get along. Stop being so racist,
Right.
to everybody."
That's when
and
I-
then,
that's when I
don't know,
liked
some
her.
Shit happened, and now she's not that way anymore. And she's like,
Yeah.
"Fuck the Lord.
Here's the thing.
Build a wall."
Like, no offense. It's not about the race of the orcs. It's their fucking actions at this point. Fuck the Horde. Fuck the entire Horde. Destroy the Horde. The Horde! I know there's a lot of Horde
I'm cutting
players who are
this
going to
out
get
of the
mad at me,
podcast,
okay?
guys.
No,
Don't
this
worry.
stays in. These Horde sons of bitches, okay? This was our planet. We were here happy and fine. And those orcs are actual space alien invaders who came here to wipe us out and take our planet until they destroyed it like they did our planet and then move on to the next one, okay? They're an actual disease, okay?
Yeah, and Ellis, you know that whenever they send the orcs over, they're not sending their like best and their brightest orc.
Didn't the humans in the world also like fuck up the dwarves?
No, they were friendly with the dwarves. Even the Taurans and the humans were getting along to some extent.
But the trolls were there before anybody, and they're part of the Horde. They're the oldest race on Azeroth. They're older than the dwarves.
Well, I'm pretty sure until the orcs showed up, things didn't go completely to shit. Because the game is called Orcs versus Humans, not Trolls versus Humans, not Trolls versus Orcs.
But trolls are just part of the Horde.
Well,
The
they shouldn't
Tauren
be.
were already there.
They should join our side. I know that we were getting along with the Tauren. The Tauren were peaceful.
The goblins were already there. The Tauren were peaceful.
Yeah.
The first like mission in Warcraft 3 is you going and
They're not peaceful anymore once those orcs got to them.
because humans are running them off of their land. They're literally Native Americans being run off of their land by the white humans. That's the first fucking mission.
Well, manifest destiny, I guess.
Does Azeroth have manifest destiny?
I guess so.
Couldn't that just as easily then be applied to the orcs?
Oh my god, I just realized World of Warcraft is an SJW game. See I was saying? I never realized because the game itself was so good. I didn't even realize that the Taurens were Native Americans I was supposed to empathize with, and now I know.
Wait,
and
really? You never saw that?
Yeah, I knew.
They have totems and...
Yeah,
and
Tauren is literally an anagram for I'm an American Indian, please get off my land.
Yeah, it's just like a couple of letters.
You thought I was going to say nature. You thought I was going to say nature, didn't you?
Wow. All right. So
Wow.
I think we need to do another question.
Yeah, let's not end on that note.
Oh, yeah.
Mal wants to know, what is your favorite board game?
Ooh.
Mal is hooked on board games and looking for new ones.
Magic
Tough
doesn't
one.
count.
No. Let's
Yeah, we'll stick to like tabletop games.
nothing that's collectible. I wouldn't do anything collectible.
Seven Wonders is probably my favorite board game I own. It's really good. Seven Wonders, if for those listening who are interested in why I like Seven Wonders, you do want to have 3 or 4 people playing it. It can be played with up to 6 or 7, and it's a scoring-based drafting game. So if you've ever drafted a card game like Magic the Gathering or Eternal or Hearthstone Arena or something like that, it's where you basically get a pack of cards and you choose, and then you pass the pack and get a pack from your right, and you choose again until, and the choosing in this game is the entire point of the game. Mm-hmm. It's choosing cards that are going to work well together to total up to a final score higher than what everybody else is doing. There's no other game mechanics other than the choosing and how the cards
fight afterwards.
Right? There's no fighting. There's no card game afterwards. There's nothing. It's literally the choosing that it will directly impact your final score, and that's the entire point of the game. And it's super fun, and it plays different every time. And I bought the iPad app for like $6 or whatever, and I played like 100 games of it in a row.
Wow.
Yeah, I was just like, this is great.
So my favorite, absolute favorite game is Dominion. And talking about buying the app, that is a card drafting game. You start with a deck of cards that has nothing in it, and there are a bunch of different cards that have different effects that you can buy to add to your deck over the course of the game. They have an online client, and I paid the money to have access to that, and played like, I don't know, roughly 100 games a day.
Jesus.
For a month. I definitely burned myself out. But
Sounds
holy
like
shit,
it.
that game is.
You called it a drafting. It's more of it's what they call a deck building game, and there's plenty of them. There's like Legends and the DCI deck building game. There's a Penny Arcade one. Dominion continues to be one of the best because it has some of the best mechanics and like fairly simplistic, where the other games try to innovate on it a little bit. It's pure. It's really pure. So it's a great place to start for a deck building game. It also has 9,000 expansions. So you should be warned about that.
They keep saying, all right, this is our last expansion. And then the next year they say, all right, here's this year's expansion. This is our last one. And they've done that for like 6 years in a row.
Yep.
In an effort to pick something that is not card game related, I'm trying to think of like, so there's some social games that we've really enjoyed playing, like Hive Mind.
Oh yeah, very good.
Hive Mind by Richard Garfield. That game is brilliant. We really enjoyed that one. And Code Names as well is fantastic. And lastly, if you enjoy Dungeons and Dragons but don't have a group to get together or don't have the creativity to like make a campaign or just don't want to, there's a game called Gloomhaven that is expensive and colossal, but absolutely worth it and a blast to play. It is a legacy game, which basically translates to you play with the same group of people, every week or every session, and you actually change the game world and the mechanics of the game as you play it. And it is persistent between play sessions. It's not kind of like every game, we restart kind of thing. You have a character, the character levels up, et cetera, et cetera. It has fantastic art, and it's just an absolute blast. I would recommend Gloomhaven if you are in the market for a pricier option.
Have you guys ever played a game called Axis and Allies?
Yeah, a long time ago.
So it is one of those World War II or World War I simulation games. And you can take that game as serious as you want to take it. So I have a group of friends who was playing Axis and Allies, and they would meet once a week, and each week they would take 2 total turns. One when as soon as they got there, then there would be a giant negotiation phase, and then when they would leave, they would do one other thing. And then if you wanted to talk to the people that were involved in that board game during the week, that was up to you, because when you showed up the next week, you were going to immediately do something new, okay? And that's a really weird way to play Axis and Allies. They asked me if I wanted to do that, and I didn't want to play normal Axis and Allies, much less this nightmare that they had brought. So this nightmare that they had wrought upon the world, I don't know why they were doing this. And it took them a year and a half or so before it finally broke down. They didn't finish. But what did happen in that year and a half is there were several fist fights, but I got to eat so much free food. So I would just go and watch them fight each other and like play Halo in the background and stuff. And then I would like eat the food that everybody brought. And then eventually like Rami would just punch Phil. It just would happen. It's just something that happened. And Phil would like just flip the table and they'd have to they would take photos on digital cameras of what the board looked like in case somebody flipped something or in case somebody tried to cheat or got moved during the week. And I'm just like, why? Why?
That sounds like a terrible way to play any game.
It destroyed friendships. And I'll never forget, like one night, Phil, you guys know my friend Phil. Phil, if you're listening, sorry. Phil is a bit of a kingmaker when he plays these games. So if he can't win, he's going to determine who's going to win. So he had some sort of alliance, and his alliance was starting to break down, and he was afraid that their side wasn't going to win anyway. And so he just like attacked like somebody on his own team, I think, or something like that, or just like somebody had a temporary truce with or something. And I'll never forget, people just yelled for an hour. I don't remember what they were yelling about, and I was just anxious and nervous, but there's still plenty of Doritos left, so I wanted to
just imagining you sitting there like,
just watching Phil throw shit. What a great way that I spent my 20s, boys.
It sounds like fun. Sounds stressful, but fun.
If you want another couple of board game recommendations, I love Puerto Rico, though once you figured it out, and that's tough. But Puerto Rico is really fun because there's no dice rolling, there's no RNG whatsoever. The only RNG is who gets to pick first. And whoever gets to pick first, if they pick first and they pick the right thing and then they do the strategy right, they're going to win. So that's a problem. But outside of that, RNG is like non-existent in that game. So there's no random number generation. There's no random chance it's going to play out exactly the way you expect it to play out, baby. Now there's a lot of choice making, and so you can't control what somebody else chooses. And if somebody chooses something that's not beneficial to your strategy, well, that's not RNG. That's somebody making a choice, right?
Right. As far as another game, I really like Terra Mystica. It's a big, complex colony simulation game where everybody plays different races of beings that have different mystical powers, and they're all vying for control of the land using all of their different powers and allocating their resources properly. It's a really, really good and fun game.
Sounds cool. Every time I've seen you guys play that, it takes up 6 tables.
Oh yeah,
it is a big game, and it's an afternoon of a game.
I'm championing Gloomhaven, and it's exactly the same. It takes up a ton of space, and it takes hours to play, especially if you don't like know what you're doing.
Yep.
Yeah.
God, now I kind of want to go play some board games. I own like 1,000 board games, I swear, and we never play them because we're always playing Magic. Mm-hmm. Hey, I have one more thing to say before we start wrapping up this podcast. I want to tell you guys something. I am now 1 month clean.
Like you've been showering
of gacha games on my iPad. I've not booted up any of them. I didn't boot up Star Wars. I didn't boot up Marvel Strike Force. I didn't boot up even the stupid Looney Tunes one. And what I've been doing instead, I've been playing either Eternal or World of Warcraft every night, doing my dailies. I have like 150,000 gold in World of Warcraft. In Hearthstone. And then Eternal, I've been getting my daily packs and enjoying the new expansion. And it feels really good to play an actual strategic game where I have to think and pay attention and make choices. And God, I forgot good mobile games exist. Once Magic the Gathering Arena is on my iPad. God help me. Because I'm already playing like 20 minutes, 30 minutes of that a day at least, sometimes an hour. I'm just done. I will tell you what I love about Magic the Gathering Arena and these games is I can be on the phone, like doing a business meeting or talking to a brand or whatever, and still play Magic in the background. And like sometimes they'll hear it and they're like, "Are you busy?" I'm like, "No. I'm just like destroying the guy. I'm playing Rakdos in this Cascade event. Yeah, I just play.
I don't have any decisions to make.
Yeah, it's super easy. It's just play a dude and murder faces all day. It's so great. It's so great. But yeah, I'm really happy about that. I'm really happy.
Fantastic.
Absolutely.
I hope
Jacob and I are tempting you with our waifu husbando games.
What is his bondage? Is that what you're saying?
No, husbando.
It's the
male version of waifu.
Oh, so you're not into bondage?
I didn't say that.
There's none in the game that I have found so far.
Well, you're only like level 5, Jacob.
So neither of you want to tie me up. Guys, if anybody listening to the podcast right now wants to tie me up, visit our website at patreon.com/thebigstackpodcast. You can't tie me up there, but you can donate because you like these episodes and you want to hear more of them. If you want to check out the boys, you can check them out at twitch.tv/big_breakfast. Now, what else do we need to promote? Don't forget the YouTube channel, youtube.com/c/thebigstackpodcast. Listening to it there definitely puts a little bit of money in our pockets. So if you're listening to this on the Spotifys, on the iTunes, on the SoundClouds, be sure to rate it, share it, let the world know that you liked it. And as always, if there's a way that you can offer us feedback anywhere, let us know what you liked and what you didn't like. And we will continue. I think we're going to continue. Maybe something this week we'll be able to upload an alternative piece of content, another movie review or a gaming talk or something like that. I think did you guys enjoy doing that?
Yeah,
we had fun.
I liked it. I had a lot of fun.
You guys just liked it
a little bit shorter.
You guys just like the fact that I wasn't there because you hate me, says my social anxiety. And that's okay because you know what? I hate me too. Any closing remarks, Ellis?
Yeah, if you liked Alita Battle Angel, that's totally okay. Just because we didn't, it doesn't mean that we're not calling you dumb and bad. You're allowed to like things. We're allowed to like things. We're allowed to not like things. It's all fine. We're all good.
If you like Anthem, we're not here to tell you not to like Anthem. I want you to like Anthem. I want you to like things. I absolutely despise spicy food. Don't get the point. Don't understand it. Does that make you stupid? No, it doesn't. You like what you like, and you should be proud of what you like. And if you love something,
stupid independent of liking spicy food.
Yeah. If you,
that's not the reason.
If you truly enjoy something a YouTuber, something a Twitch streamer, something a podcast says, shouldn't be able to take that away from you anyway. Am I right?
That's true.
Absolutely.
That's true.
Absolutely.
So, can we go out on a weird question?
Yes, please.
Oh, yeah, please.
All right. This requires a short answer from you guys. All right. So we all know that the moon is a hologram being projected into space by the government.
Of course.
Yeah, definitely, absolutely.
Intergalactic aliens.
What would you rather see projected up into the sky by the government instead of the picture of the moon?
Tits.
Oh. Okay. I was going to say the movie Shrek.
Just all night long?
Just
somebody once told me that. Is there sound?
I'm going to say the Big Stack Podcast.
Nice.
Talk about marketing, but with big tits.
Oh, but we all have big tits.
on all of us.
Oh, that's a good one. I like that one. That's a good one. Yep. All right.
Guys, as usual.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for listening. We appreciate you listening. We love you very much.
We love you.
We'll speak with you again soon. Thanks for watching.
Goodbye.
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 Goodbye.